If you're someone who has a lot to do but feel like you don't have a lot of time and you easily get overwhelmed by a long list of things that you have to do, here's something that will help you. It's not necessarily something new, but it's definitely something that we just need to be reminded of over and over again so that we can get it. If that sounds good, keep listening. So, what I recommend is yes, do the to do list. Yes, some people, the to do list gives them PTSD or just like, there's so much to do, but don't worry, I'll walk you through it. Write a to-do list of just the things you want to do, right? And of those in that to-do list, I want you to select the three top things that you want to do. The criteria for the three top things might be the three most important things. It might be the things that by the end of the day, if you find that you've done them, you'll be happier with yourself that you've done them. Or it might just be sometimes the things that are urgent. Let's have a look at that. Now, people say, okay, focus on the important, not necessarily urgent, but let's discard that today. You choose one of those criterias and then decide which one works for you. All right, for me, I chose the things that were important and I'd be happiest with doing today. Okay, that's fine. Now, I have a whole long list over here. After you've put together this list with the most important things marked, the next thing you need to do is get to work on it. But before you do that, what you should do is have a timer next to you. So oftentimes I would just go on my phone and press the AI or assistant button and then say 5 minute timer. And then when I do that, it starts the 5 minute timer and that gets me started on the job I need to do. There's something about a timer and time just ticking down, and I can see it at the top of my screen somewhere up there. You can't see it because it's currently blurry right now, but somewhere at the top of my screen. And what that does for me is that it just keeps me aware that, okay, time is ticking. I need to get moving on this thing. And sometimes I set 5 minutes when I feel like I can get really, really easily distracted. 5 minutes means that even if I do get distracted, within 5 minutes, I hear that sound, and that's a reminder to tell me, okay, you need to go back to doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is just it's very simple, but it does wonders for me. And as a result of doing that, it's only 10 a.m., but I've done about 4 or 5 things on the list, bar one of them, which was a very important one, which I'm going to do right after this video. But I just thought I'd share that with you. 5 minutes may be too short, by the way, for some people. So, okay, if you have a better attention span and don't get distracted too much, increase it to 10 or 15 minutes. It's just to get you started on the task. Many times, the hard part is just starting. Once you start, you'll find that you just can't stop and you just keep going. So that's what I'm hoping you'll get out of this. Let's say you exhaust the 5 minutes, but you haven't finished the task. That's okay. Restart the 5 minutes. Keep it going until you get the task finished and completed. Then, after doing that, the next thing I would say is give yourself the satisfaction of ticking off things off your list that have been done. There's something about just putting that tick mark that just makes me feel so warm inside and so happy. So do that for yourself. Besides that, let me give you a bonus tip. So if something feels like it would be very, very long and that's what is making you procrastinate because you're thinking, oh, it's going to be long, so I just don't feel like starting it. A different approach I would suggest is for you to take that big thing and then break it down into smaller tasks. We've all heard this sort of advice before, but sometimes we forget to follow it. Literally break it down to tasks that feel so small, like so small that you feel silly not actually doing it. So break it down and then do it. For example, one of the tasks I have to do, which is the next important task, is for my PhD. I have some comments from the ethics committee. So I had to fill in an ethics form before I go ahead and do my research. And in there, I need to just put information on like how I'm going to handle some things should they occur. And they came back with a list of things I need to work through. And quite frankly, it's not the most joyous thing to work on. So my temptation is to just not do it and push until it becomes an urgent thing, which I don't want to do. I want to get this PhD done as soon as possible. So what I'm going to tell myself in this is, okay, how do I make sure that I can get this done, but in a way that doesn't stress me out? The first thing would be to break it down. First step would be to just read through the comments, right? So luckily it gets presented as a list of comments. So I'll just read through them, have a general idea of what it's asking, and then set myself the 5-10 minute timer. In this case, probably 5 minute because it's something I don't really want to do. It's very likely that I'm going to procrastinate or let myself get easily distracted. So what I'm going to do is just keep it moving. So write down the list of things that doing this would entail. So that would be reading through the list of questions or list of comments and then working through each of them. And even if I give myself 5 minutes to work on each of them, again, it's just 5 minutes to focus as opposed to 5 minutes to finish. So just start on it and then just keep ticking things off. And what I might do as well is just get the easy stuff done and out the way so that I can then focus on the hard stuff. Or you could start with the hard stuff and then reward yourself with the easy stuff later. That's fine. The comments were quite a few, but they're not difficult things to do. It's just things I need to pay attention to and just edit a few things in a document. So it shouldn't take me too long. But yeah, I just need to break it down to something that seems very simple and so manageable that it's like, it's a simple step. Just get it done and then just get it done. So I'm going to work on that. I do have a hard deadline of probably about maybe an hour and a half where I need to just work through it and get it done because I do have an appointment to see somebody later today in the afternoon. So I want to get it done before that meeting. But so far, I've already gotten done like 4 or 5 things on my list, and it's still very early in the morning. So I'm really happy about that. So I'm just going to continue and then we'll see. I hope this tip helped you anyway. Again, let me recap. If you find that you get overwhelmed and you have a lot of things to do, don't let yourself get overwhelmed. Just work with this list. So, first of all, write a list of things that need to be done. 2, prioritize, choose the top 3 things that you need to get done, and then set timers to keep you focused and get working on it. Then the bonus tip, if it seems too big or something seems so big that it causes you to procrastinate because you don't feel like tackling something so big, break it down into small steps and then start working on each of those small steps. And you can also apply, oh, that's my timer going up. My 5 minute timer there, but that you can also apply that to then the list that I mentioned at the beginning. Just work on those things little by little, and eventually you get there and you get things done. You may not get everything done in that you want to do on your list, and that's okay. That's a part of life. The older you get, the more complicated things get, the more you grow in life, and the more of life's complexities that come your way will translate to you having many times to-do lists that just seem never ending, and that's okay. The important thing is make sure you are doing the important things, and once you have those done, you'll be okay. Some things can afford to fall by the wayside, but another bonus tip might be that maybe you need help, and that's something I'm exploring. So I'm looking to hire someone to help me with some tasks so that I can then focus on the stuff that I can only do, and then I'll get more stuff done that way with less stress, and I'll be happier because I'll have a to-do list that has more things done than to be done. All right, check out some of my other videos. I'm sure you'll find them interesting and helpful. Take care. Bye.